Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is the man, the myth, the legend, wait for it, Derry, Olli Pahkala. Olli Pahkala is one of my favorite people in all of sim racing. I've called him Mr. Entertainment. I don't know if you, and I need to ask you about the floss. But this guy is one of those guys who is, despite being one of the greatest sim racers on planet Earth, is so down to earth and so fun to hang out with and talk to. Olli Pahkala, welcome to the show.
I'm here, Sean. I love you. I'm the biggest fan of yours.
I love you too, man. We always have so much fun together. And you are one of those people who've been on the show many times for a variety of different reasons, which is so cool. So before we get started, I see incredible rigs behind you. I see an OverPower logo on the wall. I'm assuming you're at work. Or you have the coolest game room in the history of the world. Oh, wow, you just went away. Where'd you go? Oh, no.
It's a classic GoPro shutting off when it matters. But hold on. I can repower it. I can repower it. This is a demonstration of how a GoPro Hero 9 Black works. So basically, you got a screen capture card. You can see all my titty videos over there. Record a POV, and then you can just clickety clack clack, and I'm back.
And
few minutes,
back, in fact.
And here we are.
So before we even get to any of this, I have to ask you, because I've never actually asked you, when they did your introduction at F1 Esport, you walked out on that incredible Star Wars looking stage. Did someone dare you to? How did you? I didn't even know adults were capable of doing the floss. But there you
I'm
were.
I'm a pro dancer, man. You didn't know? I used to be such a good dancer when I was 5 years old or something like that. You know?
You did it
I learned
so
my moves
well.
back at the time.
So was that?
It was.
Did you lose a bet or?
No. I think it was actually quite a funny situation because the competition is so tense, right? People are really tense, and just you remember me from Vegas as well, right?
Yes,
people are so freaky stressed, and I was like, okay, let's do it. We're gonna plus it, send it.
Well, it was in Vegas that I really started to get an idea of who you were and what you were all about. And not to point fingers, but to use Bono as the polar opposite. I hung out with you guys for a couple of days at that Vegas thing, and I think Bono might have said 10 words in 48 hours. And yeah. Anyway, so like
outside that was too.
It's a very tense scene. So you have been a man of many hats, whether it be sanctioning bodies in sim racing, whether it be the biggest manufacturers in sim racing, or whether it be racing at the highest levels of now the esport. I mean, the professional level of sim racing. And now you're working with OverPower. OverPower is a Finnish family-owned operation and making sim chassis, as you can see. How did that come to be, and can you tell us a little bit about OverPower?
It started actually 5 years ago. Not the actual OverPower, but the stuff what you can see behind me is. Started a long way back. I think it was 2000 after 2014, after my first World Championship season. I had a GT style rig, and I felt like, man, it's just this rig wobbles a lot, and there's a lot of flex, and my lower back aches a lot. I wasn't happy. I loved sim racing. I loved the competition. It was fierce, but I felt like I don't like it, so I figured I make my own, and it's in the website there's in About Us, this. I think people remember, or some of the community guys remember the legendary wood boost. It was nuts. It took me 2 days to build it. It's like just carving wood and bang with the hammer and all that sort of stuff, and I really loved it. It wasn't aesthetic and anything like that, but it was cool. I loved it. And then a couple of years went by, a couple more bronze medals on the World Championship, and then I left to Germany and for Fanatec, and used some couple of years of Fanatec gear and Fanatec cockpits. And when I came back, I told my cousin who's an artisan. He's a wood artisan, so those guys are extremely talented with the aesthetics and running the production and doing everything in fine detail. So I gave my cousin, he loved GT Sports, so I was like, hey bro, take it, make it better, and see what happens. And again, couple years, and we went back and forth and made it better. We had another wood boost, and then we changed materials, and then we figured, let's try a little bit further, and we provided 24 cockpits in the Finnish Sim Racing Association. They were all live, 20 lineup next to each other. It was amazing, and one thing led to another, and now it's the story is OverPower, man. It's cool.
That is a great story, and what I like about the rigs when I look at them is that they actually look like almost like a go-kart to me. Like they actually have the shape of a race car, whereas so many chassis, even though they might go to tubular design, they end up with this very identical platform across the board. So me, I like art. I like things that are beautiful, and for me, especially when I think about cars and racing, and like Ferrari, part of it is their winning history. And the other part is the absolute beauty. I mean, because if you're a car guy, you're a metal guy, it's the beauty of a Ferrari that makes them so amazing. And I think that's something that's really lacked in sim racing in terms of chassis. And that's just looking on the aesthetic side of things. How long have you guys been doing this?
I mean, we started officially last August, 2019 August. That's our launch date. But really going in the development is, I think it was end of 2018, early 2019 when we really started pushing day-to-day basis. And roughly over a month ago, we just launched our web shop overpower.gg, and it's been long on the table, and we've moved forward so much. And and I have to say, I really appreciate your comment on the aesthetics, and it's a little bit on the go-kart side, because the idea of the Formula style seat, it's not actually meant to be like mimicking a Formula seating position. The reason why it looks like it does is we feel that this provides the best body ergonomics on a sim racing rig. You have lean back position, pedal position. When you push on your brake, all the forces come straight up to your lumbar, and then with the adjustable seat, you can, your lumbar and body posture remains the same. So it's kind of funny. It is a Formula rig. It's not a Formula rig. It's a little bit on the go-kart side. You can go high on the pedals, low on the pedals. So it's a lot into it.
It is. I again, they're absolutely beautiful. So those levers on the backrest, is that how you adjust, and how does that seat actually adjust? I mean, because it almost looks like it's a fixed seat, but it's not.
Look at here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Let me show you guys. I mean, it's like you're absolutely right. We have these hand levers here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can have 6 there on the thigh as well. And what it does is you have these long slots here on every single position. So you got head over here, shoulders, back, and then the lower 2 are for the lumbar support. So as you can see, it's or hopefully you can see. Let me check. I think you guys can see. It's like it's curved on the lumbar. So what it does is you can create your own body ergonomics, and your body is a little bit different from mine, and everybody has a unique seating position, or the optimal seating position, and that makes the difference. So we wanted to, instead of going a fixed position, and a flat backrest, we wanted to have so that every single person can create perfect ergonomics, and it affects a lot on the performance. I'm not sure how many people realizes it, but when you think about you're on a tough racing situation, and your hands start, you get ache to the shoulder or lumbar, or your lower back gets ache. That sucks.
Right.
gets you distracted. So it's a really important matter.
Well, and I got to tell you, I mean, I'd be intrigued to try that because as a short guy, I'll just say it, I'm a short guy. It's not just the leg to seat length, but it's little areas too. It ends up being things like you said, the lumbar. You know, my lumbar is a very specific length that might be different than somebody else's, and I might, you know, and a lot of times when I use things like, you know, generic car seat, for example, even those settings actually hit me in a very uncomfortable spot. So I like that you have so many different spots that you can actually make those adjustments. Now I see from the website, let me pull up the website again. You make the GP Lite, which looks like it accepts just a regular, it just has a platform to add your own seat.
Yeah. GT and the GT Lite is exactly, we wanted to make a platform of people can add their own seats. So let's say you have a seat or you have a cockpit where you have, most of the people have some kind of seat already, and we wanted to offer the performance of an OverPower rig to people who already have a seat. A lot of people have seats, so you can just buy the frame and mount your own seat. That's the purpose of it. Or you can go fully, if you like just upward seating position, you get a aftermarket seat there and mount it there, and everything is possible. We haven't developed yet our own GT seat, which it is on the pipeline. I can tell you something like this adjustability is coming. It's not yet, but it's coming as well. So it will support that one as well.
Right. So without a seat, we're looking at $399 or euro, which is about $472 here in the States. And then the light version, that was the OP GT Lite was $399 or $472. The OP Formula Lite is $599 and $708. And then we'll get to the high-end one here in a second. So what are the materials? I mean, it looks like it's mostly, is that wood? Is it particle wood? What type of construction is it?
It's actually, when we started a couple years back, we used wood. But, you know, wood as a material is really soft. It's really hard to make wood, like, extremely hard and thick and tense. And wood being so soft, it just, you know, you cannot have these slides and it cannot withstand all the forces coming through. So our main material is high pressure laminate.
Okay.
Which it's pretty economical material actually. So you have craft paper, a lot of layers of paper burnt in, and then you add resin, and on the high pressure they push it like really hard. They make it really hard and then laminate it, which makes it, you know, it's composite like. It's really tense, doesn't bend at all, and it's really tough and easy to work with in the end. Pretty much like carbon fiber is something similar, I would say. It's obviously carbon fiber is a bit harder, but that's our main material. We also do use aluminum a lot and aluminum profiles, but you just can't see it all the way through just because of an aesthetic matter. But aluminum profiles is a great material, and we have some of the slides and adjustability comes from that one as well. So.
That's very cool. Now, how does the adjustment work for length, like for a short guy or a tall guy?
Yeah, well, basically it changes a little bit between whether you choose the light or pro version. Let me show you guys again. I spent a little bit of time on doing this kind of, you know. So we have light version over here, right?
Okay.
So the obviously the wheel mount itself, you can adjust it here, height, you can just tilt, and you have these 30 arc profiles, we call it, and you can adjust it length as well. So it's really adjustable on the wheel side. Obviously, the wheel side remains mainly in a singular position. So what I found is that when you position your wheel to be just about angled on your chest, that's the best way, because then you're using your what's the muscle? You know the
The pecs.
titty muscle.
The pecs.
Pecs. Yeah. Not too much biceps, but tits. Use tits. And then we have the Spargo GT over here. And then this is the light version. Let me see if you guys can see. But there are slots over here, like over here. There's really long slots, so you can adjust it in distance, and then also in here you can adjust the tilt of the pedals, like all the way. I think it was 55 degrees is the maximum angle on the pedal rack, and also the height, fully from until this point. So it's really adjustable as well. And there you can see a linear actuator as well, so you can electrify the pedal adjustments. So that's the light version. So let me show you guys the full version as well. You go ahead. What up?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's get the tour. Let's get the full tour going.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. This is the first time I'm doing this GoPro stuff on a. Yeah, I like. It works surprisingly well, even though it might shut down every now and then. But you can see this one as well. So this is the Pro version, basically. There's a button over here. I'm not sure whether you can hear it, but you can adjust these as you go.
I love it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Now it's powered off.
Uh-oh. We lost our camera.
I'm gonna turn it on again. This is not paid advertisement by GoPro though. Not yet, at least. Maybe someday.
When I see actuator adjustable pedals, my brain immediately goes to thinking of things like Aston Martin, Bugatti.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because that's like or here in America, the Cadillac. Oh my God, the pink rig. Who's that for?
No, that's for you. You like it, don't you?
It's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you, man. So I'm gonna show you a little bit more. So there are this is the full aluminum which comes with the Pro. So GT and OP formula. So this is all full aluminum, 10 millimeters thick. There's a lot of slots here where you can adjust the pedals. And this is the coolest part, the linear guides. So they're like, I'm listening so much heavy metal here, so I just take it away. So you can, there's these linear blocks which travels around here on this guide. There are 4 of them, and then we have custom made, middle bar which keeps the whole package, left and right on the same position, and then you just go like. Push a button and there we go. It's pretty cool. I heard you jish. Bro.
Oh my God, that is so cool. Those rigs are really impressive. I love the engineering behind it. They look just amazingly rock solid, which goes back to one of the very, very first things that you were saying. It was, you've driven a lot of different rigs over the years. And you've seen
a couple ones.
The deficiencies, and you just attacked this completely right. So I've seen a red one, I've seen a black one, I've seen yellow, I've seen pink, I've seen logoed out ones like the ones you sent to that esport competition.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's actually we did a gig. You see the custom print one, the Samsung one.
Yeah.
So these are actually the G9s, the new Samsung ones. We have a couple of them here at the office. So, we are able to do this kind of all the customized prints as well. So everything we can do it by ourselves. We design, or anyone. This is designed by Samsung, the actual graphics over here, and then we apply it, make it look good, man. We're pretty happy on the quality and how it looks. So basically, you can get this pinky, and when you wanna upgrade it to the Simpit Baus livery version with Olli's face on it, you can have it. We can make it. So.
Oh, that is excellent. So, You guys must be getting orders from like esport teams and places that are. I mean, I've worked a lot of trade shows, and simrigs are the booth babes of the modern era, and branding has always been a big part of that. Being able to, and, it's hard to brand a rig when they're just made of metal tubes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's getting high interest. I mean, we have already established a collaboration with Samsung. I mean, freaking Samsung, So it's pretty cool, and obviously you have a lot of area where you can brand. Basically, you can do whatever you want, and nowadays you want to do streams, you want to share photos, whatever. Or if you're just an individual sim racer and you can place a fully customized, you sponsor me, you pay me $2 million, and then we put Simpit livery on it, and you get awesome exposure for it, and it looks really slick. So
I might have
pretty
to.
Cool.
I might have to trade in the Simpit G9 Learjet just to make that happen.
yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm an air traffic controller, so I can take you down, man.
So there's a lot of visual customization that we can do in terms of color, or even schemes, we'll call it, liveries. Oh, that's so awesome. I mean...
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the best part in, iRacing and, people are able to, make it look yours. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, I remember when I started back in 2012, and me and my little brother, we started doing, we had this own whatever team, and my brother is talented with graphics, and he made just so freaking funny liveries. So that is nuts. But you're able to do it.
Right.
It's so important that you just get yourself a paint MS or whatever and just do it, and then you race with it. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, and I keep coming back to, because this is one of the things that for me, doing this for 15 years, the parallel between us and real car culture. Sim racing is very rooted in real motorsport and real car culture. You hear Forza, the owner, the guys behind Forza, talking about car culture all the time because it's grounded in what we do in sim racing. And when I think of cars, like anybody who has a car that they love, customization, making yours unique. They sell whatever that car is. They, even in small quantities, by the hundreds, being able to make yours unique and special, and knowing that no one else is in it, or just that it was made for you, that's that next level stuff. And when I think of other hobbies that are more advanced than sim racing, those are some of the differences that people can actually customize their stuff. And
yeah,
this is a real good step in the right direction in that way. Now, I see flight controls.
Oh yeah,
I see it.
I love it.
Both of those. Have you been playing the new Flight Sim? Is that? GoPro.
Yet another GoPro, huh?
Brad Morris.
Man, I love it. Yeah, I actually, I need to get you a refund or something like that.
Here, actually, I'm gonna put while you're doing that, I'm gonna put the link in chat for the website. I noticed that Brad's already gone there, but there you go, everyone. There's the website for OverPower. And he said you have a child seat for me. Is he pulling my leg, or do you sell a child seat?
Yeah, I sell a child seat just for you, mainly for you. I mean, we were thinking only the man of the hour, the boss of the bosses, Sean the Boss called.
The Boss.
When we were doing, the Boss.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, we do sell a child seat as well. For us, it was important because when you think about the future of sim racing, it's in the youth. I mean, sure. If we want to grow at some point, we need to get the children on board because when let's say for go-karts, for example, or how motorsport got big. I think, at least for me and from our perspective, it's the. Now you can see my face. I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. No. We need to do it again tomorrow with the better GoPro settings. I'm gonna spend all night adjusting. Yeah,
I
but
got
I mean,
I got plenty of
yeah,
eye
go on.
candy here for when you're away. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got plenty.
sweet. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, like do have a. I think I have. Let me see. Yeah, but we do have flight controls as well. I mean, I'm really fanatic on playing flight simulator. I'm a little aviation pervert, to
Well,
be honest. You
I
know,
that's an area I'm having a little problem. So I got new flight sim, and I free and love it, and I want to play it, but I don't have a rig set up for it. And you know, I've advanced my playing too much to just sort of hold a joystick in my lap. So although I do it, it just that's not
yeah,
right.
okay.
You know, I want to fly. Or
Yeah.
some DCS even.
But yeah, let's try again.
Yeah, let's do this.
So this is actually my own personal setup. I've been driving the Porsche Super Cup now just for fun. I'm getting back into the pro level. But we do a lot of Star Wars Squadron. Have you played it, the Squadron?
No, that's my next game. I've heard it's
So
awesome.
much fun, man. It's 5v5. Do it. Tell me, ping me, man, when you're getting it. We're gonna
get it. I just wrote it down. I've been thinking about it, but you're my motivation. I'll get it now.
100%. So yeah, we have this flight pack. So this is actually my own personal setup. So I have like the Thrustmaster, the throttle, and the flight stick over there. And you know, you can take it in, take it off, however you want, and this highly adjustable. So you can go tilt, height, whatever. And me and my cousin are playing a lot, and also our friends. And so there's the Logitech new X56 ones. We didn't get yet the Whirlpool ones, but we got the flight stick and the throttle as well. And if you do a GT version, then you can basically place the rudder pedals here as well in front of the seat. You know, you just pull the GT seat back, and the rudder pedals fits there as well. So I mean, the idea is to make people, you know, a lot of people, you're a simulator enthusiastic, right? So you wanna do like, you know, you most likely, if you like racing simulators, driving simulators, you most likely are gonna love flight simulators as well, because you know that's so much in depth in life and in simulators as well.
That's exactly why my name of my show doesn't say racing. Like, you think of every other racing.
Right.
I purposely did not call it sim racing something, because I was like, yeah, but I might do flight sims too, because I love them just as much. Well, almost as much. So what is the purpose of the mid latch where the seat comes back?
Yeah, those ones. So our ecosystem is built on that you have a frontal assembly and then you have a seat, right? So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just hold it like a selfie guy over here.
Here we go.
Yeah,
going in.
You should record a tune and just play it in like here we go.
Here we go now. Here we
go. So here you can see, like, this is obviously a seat mount, and a Formula seat is a seat mount as well. And this frontal assembly is basically the core of our ecosystem. We used a lot of time in making sure that you're able to fit a GT seat, a Formula seat, and everything is adjustable in a way that, you know, let's say you wanna start off with a GT Lite. So you're starting sim racer, you want to go cheap and make sure that, okay, I don't want to spend 2K on perfect setup and then notice that, okay, I might not like it. So you can go with GT Lite, get a seat, get a normal GT upward seat, and then you figure later that, oh man, I want a Formula seat. I think the Formula seat could be better. So just buy a Formula seat in separate and upgrade your system. Then you can swap between GT position, Formula position, and you know, everything is possible. So we wanted our ecosystem to be able to do that. We spend a lot of time on making sure that everything is possible, because now everything is possible. And you know, it's when you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to do, it's that's the best solution and the best situation for a customer.
Right. Now, I believe you referred to the black one there as your rig.
Yeah.
So you prefer it with the seat?
Yeah, I like actually. I'm at the moment. I've always loved Formula type of seat, and I think at the moment it's the best for ergonomics wise. At least for me, I know a lot of people wanna go with the upwards GT position. I think that's in currently in sim racing, majority wants to go upwards GT style position, but I'm not sure whether it is because the people haven't tried this type of ergonomic seat yet, or are they like used to, driving with the normal cars. It's a familiar seating position being here like upwards and
right.
Everything is nice. So but yeah, my preferred version is this, just because the lumbar is highly adjustable, so I can make my own body ergonomics and make it feel really good.
That looks so slick with those monitors on it. I mean, again, that looks like a space age racing cockpit.
Right? POV.
Here we go.
Here we go, man. It's like, yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty much there. What I can see a little bit. Obviously, the field of view is a bit wider with my eyes, but it's pretty nice. It's the Samsung G7s on the 32 inches on the triple screen setup, and I've put it up in so it's like 60 centimeters away from the eyes, and then obviously 60 degrees on the angles with our triple screen mounts here, and you can adjust it here with the tilt with the VESA adapters. You got the hand levers over there and stuff like that. So now, it's pretty cool.
Is it a little difficult to get into?
No. It's just like I'm hop it in, basically.
We're hopping in.
Just go here. We're going in. So you could just put your seat from here and slick it in, and here we are.
Right.
Okay. Next question.
Your wheel's pink. I think that's your rig over there. I think that other rig is yours. I think you secretly dressed the black one to show us, but that wheel matches. Okay.
But when you're on a pink version, you don't see too much pink, so I wanted to see my own pink over it. It's just do it yourself, just a fun project. But when you wanna get out, I'm gonna get out now. So when you gotta get out, we have this oak handles. That this is handmade oak remember I told the artisan is in the house. This is like a genuine oak handle which wheels. It feels freaking slick, man. Just so you get up here, push yourself up, and off you go, and done.
Booyah. Awesome. Very impressive. Well, like you said about those handles, I was talking about like interior. Like I'm getting a Aston Martin Bugatti vibe. It's like, where else are you gonna find high finish wood, right? I mean,
yeah,
beautiful thing. Someone asked, so they must have missed the beginning. What again are we calling the material it's made out of?
HPL. It's high pressure laminate. Bless you, my brother.
Thank you.
So it's pretty ecological material because it's craft paper, multiple layers of craft paper which are more or less burned, and then with the resin and high pressure they are packed together and then laminated on top. So it's really tense, really tough material. For us, we used 12 millimeter thick HPL. Just because make it strong, and when it's strong, this is why you're able to do these slot adjustments like we talked about earlier about these hand levers.
It's not gonna wear like wood would press in for being too soft.
Yeah.
That's your Visa Vegas suit over there.
Oh yeah. You wanna see one more thing?
Yes, always. Here, we're going in. Right. We're going in. Oh, it's the trophy. Oh yes. Is that the?
This is the genuine, man.
Oh yeah, because
this is the genuine, not replica anything. It's the real deal, man. You remember it?
I do. That was such a great moment.
I think it's your fingerprint. I remember. I think your fingerprint is right about there.
That's right.
I remember you were there, man.
That was a lot of fun. That was a pinnacle, triumphant moment in sim racing. I mean, in so many levels, so many ways.
I think that was a really important push for sim racing.
Yeah.
And, it's even the game wasn't looking good, and there were a lot of bugs and issues, whatnot. But such a big push, like that was like a proper esports, and that showed people that this sport can be something.
Yep.
Even I think it could be something be even bigger than motorsport itself in general, because it's so accessible to all the audiences and to everybody.
It was.
So.
Now I did, going back, I don't want to dwell on this too much, but I do feel there was like this luck of the draw. Like certain guys went to teams that it was a good team to go to. And other teams went to teams where, unfortunate, you got picked by them. So, for example, in my opinion, you and Martin, or Graham, were the two lucky ones because you got picked by... You had Felix, and that team was totally all in. Mahindra.
Yeah.
They were all in on that race and promotion and I can't remember the team that Graham was on, but same thing, because they put him in a car before, and then others, it was like they showed up and they're like, "Oh, you're our guy. All right, here's a shirt." But hey, that was part of the luck of the draw. It was an amazing thing. All right, couple things. I'm gonna put on my reviewer hat. Right, I'm gonna get hardcore on you now.
Oh man, I'm so afraid.
So things that I would immediately think about. I see your keyboard on the ground. Is that the way to go? Put your keyboard and mouse on the ground, or do you have an option for
that? At the moment, yes. We're actually, last time today, Joni, my cousin, was he's more of a, I do more of a requirements and defining what do we need and what the scene needs for a cockpit, and last time today Joni was drawing a keyboard and mouse tray and a separate keyboard tray under your wheelbase, basically. So it's coming. We just haven't had the time to develop it yet, but the ecosystem, as you can see, it's pretty ready for development. So
I can't go under, but I bet I could 3D print a mount to hold a keyboard right above my wheel. I noticed that you have the Logitech and you have the G-Force Logitech over there, and granted, that's a pretty easy wheel for a rig to deal with, right? It's pretty light. What about DD? What if I want to throw a big badass 30 Newton meter wheel on there?
No, I'm using SimiCube. There's so many cables.
We're going in, everyone.
We're going in. I'm using SimiCube. I have a SC2 Pro, and before this one, I have not mounted at the moment. But we have also DD1 from Fanatec, DD2, so 100% DD ready. I'm using Ultis over here. Excuse me from the cable management; it's pretty bad at the moment. But yeah, I'm using Ultis. No worries. So for us, the performance is a huge factor. Can I tell one really cool point what I want to show you? Is it okay?
Yeah.
We're going in again. We're going in. So you can see. Can you see there's a vertical. Hold on, the camera. There should be a vertical. Is it better if I go from? I'm going from behind, Sean. I'm doing it.
It's getting real.
So can you guys see the vertical mount over there?
Yes.
Which is located pretty much under the profile. So over here.
Yeah.
So
like
this is.
It's like a bulkhead.
Yeah. So it's a cross support component, and early on in the development, I think it was early or late 2019, we figured out that when let's say you have a DD2 and you're driving Dirt Rally 2 on maximum force and you're just freaking smashing it. the rig itself, if it doesn't have a proper cross support, haha, I heard it. So if it doesn't have a proper cross support, the wheel starts moving left and right.
Right.
So so you need to create a proper cross support to prevent that movement.
Yes.
And it is important for few things. Mainly, it's important. Haha, I'm back again. Clickety clack clack. My monitor is over there, so I'm watching there. So it's important that it's either your body or the strong wheelbase creates sideways movement, and if you have a sideways movement, the wheel position, it basically it's a lie. It creates this small. The sensors in all of the wheelbases are so precise, so that if your wheel mount has sideways movement, the actual you're mainly take it as you're driving straight, and then you have a movement in your wheel mount. Then the game understands that it's your wheel is, or you're moving your hands,
Sure.
even though you're keeping your hand steady, and you would think that you would drive straight.
Yes.
So that's why it's really important not to have any movement on the wheel mount. So that frontal cross support component we use a lot of time. I think I broke my hand 2 times when we were pushing like hell. Our main test was that I was driving Dirt Rally 2 with maximum forces on Cube 2, and and my Yoni was measuring just from the side. From here, we had this sensor measure technique. So he put a measurement here on the side. So we tried to find out how much does it resonate,
and
without
movement.
Yeah. And so without the frontal the cross support component, I think it was between 4 to 8 millimeters, depending on how much I was busting my balls on the simulator. But with the cross support component, we zeroed it out. There's absolutely no movement, which is for us and for me, it just made the wheelbase and the feel of the wheel made a lot better. So that's like something I don't see on every rig, but for us the performance, it's having that tiny bit of feel out of your rig. It's really critical.
I totally understand. A much more extreme version, but I drive a lot of full motion simulators. I got a platform back, and I love them. They are a lot of fun, but it's really hard for me to get away from one thing, and it's so immediately noticeable the minute you have any movement, because the precision is not the same. So my rig being static, my rig being fairly sturdy, it's a certain level of precision when I'm turning the wheel and predictability that never changes that allows me to do my consistency. And I find that any wiggle takes away from that. And then obviously when you get in motion, it's even more of a distraction. Firefist, this is a great question. So with it being modular, if I wanted to put a GT style seat like your Sparko set up, could I pull that out and then put the Formula seat in and literally go from GT to Formula just like that?
Yeah, the only thing what you want to make sure, we've tried it and it's possible, obviously. The only thing what you want to have is obviously when your butt gets a bit, further away and your position is a little bit higher. So it's a little bit of balancing on whether you mount the wheel and the pedals, how you want to mount them. But yeah, that's how the system works, and basically it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You do little tweaks here, there, and
adjustments of the wheel probably. Oh, yeah. But then you just press the button on the Bugatti version. You just press the button and the pedals just go to where they want to be, where you need them to be.
Right.
So, are these heavy? What do they weigh?
I mean the premium version without the monitor mounts is 65 kilos. So I think how much is? It's been a while. for the LBs and whatnot. Well, my math used to be on the ATC times. It was a bit better.
So
Nowadays,
that's about 143. So they're pretty substantial pieces.
Yeah. I mean, they're rock solid, and obviously the light version is not as heavy. I think it was 50 to 55 kilos, something like that. I don't remember out of the box, but they are rock solid and they're heavy. It's not like super heavy, like hundreds and hundreds of kilos, but obviously when you want to have that certain amount of solidness on a rig.
Sure, absolutely. Compatibility. That would be my next interview topic. You account for most components out there? Is it pre-drilled or do I need a drill? Do I need a drill when I get one of these? Do I need a drill?
No, you don't. I mean, like you can open up, for example, the OP formulas, the compatibility chart in if you have the scene and the site open. So pretty much we made sure that we actually, I think we used about a week of time to make sure that all the bases and everything is pre-drilled, because it's a freaking pain in the ass to start drilling and making. I've done my own do it myself things, and it's always pain in the ass to get those holes aligned. So yeah, we made sure that there's plenty hoising coils, Fanatic, Logitech, Trustmaster. Obviously, we cannot support all. The list is endless for the customized pedals, whatnot. But especially with the pedal plate and pedal rack, it's quite astonishing, because you have this. We made these long adjustment slots as well, so we didn't only make sure that your pedals are compatible with a single threads or single holes.
Right.
We made a lot of. We're going in. We're going in again.
We're going in.
So you can see it from here. Can you see?
Yes. I use that. Yes, that is a brilliant method.
A lot of slots.
Yeah.
So we made a lot of slots because in ergonomic wise as well, you wanna usually have especially when you're using, and I think majority of sim racers only uses brake and throttle. Not many uses clutch, or I don't use a clutch pedal myself because I want to do it. I want to do it with my hands. So you want to have the throttle and the brake pedal needs to be when you're standing up here. I like actually this GoPro field of view. So when you're sitting, you want this center line to be straight.
Right.
So let's say if you try to jump like this, it's like it doesn't work.
Yes.
So but if your body and the shoulders and the tip of your toes are on a straight alignment, and when you push on the brake pedal, you get the most out of your legs and your body.
Sure.
As well as it's the most ergonomic way. So
sure.
a little flushing over there,
I thought we were gonna get one. Now we're gonna get our
hashtag soon.
Our H pattern defenders are gonna come to the rescue, and that gets it back to what your main. I mean, I think a lot of people now in modern. Way back when, I think it was a lot more about driving anything you could just because you could, and now I think you have a lot of people who are really specialized, and maybe they're just over-the-top open-wheel drivers, over-the-top GT drivers, and they want to build their rig. Even if they do dabble in something else, they want to build their rig out to what they prefer, to what their main method is. And if I'm an open-wheel guy, get rid of the clutch and give me go-kart pedal spacing. There's a reason they built a go-kart like that. Well, yeah, think about it. Think about a go-kart. They didn't move the pedals and add a clutch. They put the clutch on the steering wheel, right?
Right. You want to go as fast as you can on any means possible, right?
Yep. And I want equal spacing. Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, my rig still has a clutch, and I do a lot of GT driving, and sometimes I use the shifter. Really only for starts, but a button would have done that just fine.
But depends. I actually used the Thrustmaster throttle on my Porsche starts. It's so cool. Like taking off with a freaking Airbus. It's like,
there you go.
Yeah, now it's good. We won. Copy. Let's take off.
When I look at your compatible pedal list, because pedals I think are a little more critical. Because I think if you get a DD, you pretty much know you're gonna need a drill. You know, maybe you get lucky and you didn't need one. Like I didn't. My RC was compatible with my AccuForce wheel by luck.
But no, we have majority of wheels as well supported. So
Right.
so that's only thing what we don't have is the front mount just yet. So if you go OP at the moment, you need to buy a front adapter. But
Right. But if you weren't one of these pedal manufacturers, you'd kind of be a fool to not fit one of those patterns. Like that's the one thing that fascinates me about people who come in the component world and like, hey, we're gonna be new pedal guys, and it's like, right on. Why don't you follow at least one of the compatibilities that already exist?
right,
You know.
right.
So
It was. I know. It was a pain in the ass to make everything fit. We wanted to make it fit because obviously we wanna serve all the customers, and it would be freaking dumb not to do it. It just sucks. It was a lot of work and a lot of time, but it's funny if a manufacturer comes in a way, just like you said, and there's so many drills, and there's a popular method, say G29 drilling pattern, which it's pretty okay. You have long base, and Thrustmaster as well have pretty universal one, and then you don't do it. It's like,
yeah, it was
okay,
there,
thank you.
and you knew that every rig out there would already work with your stuff. Like you didn't have to send a drilling template.
Yeah,
It's already there.
yeah.
All right.
And then
we haven't talked about how I get one. I don't literally mean one. We'll talk about that, you and me. But
you'll get one.
what is shipping like? Where are they available? Can I get them anywhere? Are you?
Well, we're at the moment in EU, so we just started our proper. Well, I mean, we've run our production already, and we just started a month ago ourselves. So we're currently available in EU, and we're looking to expand on US and Australia. We actually have a couple meetings tomorrow already to talk about other continents. But yeah, we're gonna expand, and obviously we wanna be available all over the world. That's the plan, and I can't promise when we are in the US, but at the moment in EU we're there.
So,
And if there's a custom, logistics at the moment from EU to US is a bit expensive
right.
for one-time gigs, but it's
Yeah,
possible as well. We can do it as well, but
especially at 65 kilos. How do they ship? Do they look like they would ship flat fairly easily, and then I'd build it on my own? How long would it take to build one?
It depends really on your pace. For me, building one takes 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. We have pretty good instructions on the support side as well. But I think it was 2 to 4 hours for OP formula. You follow the instructions. We have all the parts are labeled on the back, so when you open the package, you got sideboards there, you got screws over there. Okay, this screw was labeled as Q. Okay, I need to take a Q screw and put it on a sideboard L, and you're good to go. So it's just So if you wanna, let's say you wanna get a OP formula with triple monitor mount and shifter and handbrake, it's gonna be about probably 8 hours tops, 8 to 10 hours tops, most likely a bit less. But yeah, it's pretty quick, and I don't know if you got the screen on the. We used a lot of time and effort on making these assembly instructions because I've got my do-it-myself rigs and a lot of different types of rigs, and one of the things what I hated it a lot, that they didn't have proper assembly instructions. It was freaking pain in the ass. Okay, I have corner bracket here, I got a screw here and 2 millimeter longer screw there, and it's just figuring out it's you don't do it like that, right? So the proper assembly instructions what we've made is for us, it was important to have like already a good experience on getting the rig, and then focusing on actually, okay, I want the pedals to be 1 degree more tilt or stuff like that. That's where we want to offer people a good experience, not like where the freaking screw goes,
Right.
stuff like that.
No, I'm looking through. We're looking at the instructions right now, and they are very, very, not just good, but super duper clear. One thing I see instructions at a lot of times, and again, I do this for a living, right? I see instructions a lot of times where at first glance it looks like it's all covered, but then when you look at it up close, you're like, wait, but it didn't differentiate the left from the right piece. You know, like I don't know. You know, I was just doing an aquarium cabinet, and it was like you literally had to start like super analyzing to be able to pick up on the little things. And then even though it looked like it was all there, it wasn't. When I'm looking through these are glorious instructions as far as that goes. I'm really impressed. Oh, all right, we lost you again. We lost your camera.
Sorry, mandatory GoPro advertisement of that.
So it looks like this comes in base colors. What are the base colors it comes in? That those
so
are
we have
just readily available right now, I'm assuming.
We got, yes, that's affirmative. We got red, we got yellow, and obviously we got black and white. So those are the 4 basic colors what we do offer.
Okay.
So it's not like gray and black. You got all 4 colors there, right, straight up.
Could I? Well, I guess I could, because I could order them separately. I could mix and match. So if I wanted a red front, black back, you could do something.
Yeah, you can do it as well. Okay. You can do anything.
And then what about, like, what if I wanted a super duper Simpit scheme? What would it take to do something like that?
So we're currently offering, the actual print is $299, and then you obviously would need a design. So we can either we can design, we get somebody to design. I think sim racing community is full of designers. Yeah. They can do the design as well, and then just send the vector graphics to us, and which print it and ship it. Done.
Do you know Simmortal? You know, the guy who does the die casts, the custom.
I think I know. I don't remember now.
We're going in.
Are we going in? Yes. 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 Yes.
No, but so this is a car me and my teammates ran at Le Mans.
Nice.
And so I had it done in a little. It's one of those big slot car size.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our exact paint scheme, and I was thinking, now that's what I need. I need my livery to match my livery. Now to me, we're talking sim racing heaven. I have to admit, I really do.
And I actually, I'm the main idea of opening up, the livery scheme and making custom liveries is I actually contacted quite a few community livery makers already who does, iRacing car liveries and whatnot. So for us, it's fine if people, we want to allow people to be creative. So if what was the name of the guy? Sorry, my memory is very good, but it's very short.
Which guy?
Well, anyway, no, the guy who made the Lego.
Oh, Simmortal.
Simmortal, yeah. Let's say if Simmortal is open for creating OP liveries, we offer the assets, and he can start pushing it out, and we can offer it. So we wanted to create opportunity for livery makers as well to offer some commission. So if there's now livery makers watching, just ping me and let's make your own designs, and we're happy to support and provide commissions and whatnot, because I think that's one of the coolest things, like we discussed earlier in iRacing as well. You can do so much cool stuff and experience and maybe get a little bit of money as well. I think it's cool. I know a couple of guys in Finland as well who's getting a good reward on their artistical talent. So we do also want to open that portal as well for everybody, because it's possible.
Yeah, we've evolved to that point. I mean, and I've known you a long time, but sim racing has transitioned to where, oh gosh, let's just face it, outside of building your own, having a livery done on a rig, who would have even thought or worried about such a thing? Can we just get a decent rig? But we've grown up so much, and we wouldn't have never talked about a pro level of sim racing. Yeah, maybe you'd win a race and maybe you'd win a couple grand. That existed way back when. But to the point where you could have a handful, and it's still only a handful, but a handful of guys who this is their only job, sim racing. But we're getting there, and for me, $299 with that much surface area, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, like that's the dreamiest thing I can imagine, having my rig match my car. Again, I think we're more specialized. I think there are a lot of people who are like, this is my car, this is my series, this is my paint scheme, you know.
Yeah, 100%. And and the cool part is that you after a half a year, you decide, okay, sometimes you change the team. I want to get a new livery. Just peel it off and put the next one there. No worries. So.
Couple more things before I let you go. What's the padding on that seat? What's that? We looked at it. I saw it, but I didn't get a real idea of what it was like.
Should we go in? No, we don't need to go in. Actually, I'm gonna take a.
Why move the mountain when the mountain can come to Mohammed?
100%. I'm gonna take a calf cushion over here, but we can also go in as well. Hashtag soon. It's neoprene. Neoprene.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the same material as in people use it in the wetsuits.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So the main idea for it is it's closed cell. So that means that when normally cushions are open cell, which means that when you apply or when you step on them or memory foam or whatnot, the air goes all the way through and your feet bottoms out. But when you have a closed cell cushion like neoprene is from the material, it basically it just doesn't bottom out,
Right.
So it pushes you back when you, let's say you push 100 kilos on this one, it just doesn't bottom out.
It's like a million miniature balloons. It's like it won't compress to everything. It'll compress to the volume of the bubble.
Yeah, exactly. And this is our cushion. We used quite a lot of time and tried different materials, and we always ended up, it's the closed cell, because you don't wanna, when you're pushing and on a tense race, on one way you wanna feel it soft, but you don't wanna have it, like coach sofa soft, when you're like, and then you don't move on it from it at all,
sink in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we ended up in neoprene, and this is really good material. So it's really elastic and it's hard. It's hard. It's not like memory foam soft, but it's just perfectly hard. So it's so elastic. So when you push a lot on your body, it's like it complements your body. What's the curvature?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Sure.
So.
Well, I mean, it's soft enough to move with you, but it doesn't. So I funny enough, I'm looking at buying a new bed, so I've been doing a little investigating.
Yeah.
Memory foam. So here's what I didn't know about. It takes effort to move on memory foam, because it surrounds you so much, and it takes so much energy to move it, that just rolling around in bed actually takes effort on memory. And the same thing would be getting in and out of a rig like that. Awesome. That's a great solution there.
Thank you.
Let's see. I had one more question. Monitor. So you have these elaborate monitor solutions that are available. Those are available from you. I saw them on the website, but I just wanted to hear you say it. The monitor stamps.
Elaborate.
That's all available in part of the package as well. I mean,
it's an
add-on.
It's an accessory. Now we're going. Yeah. So you got either the triple monitor mount. So it's actually pretty. We're pretty happy with the monitor mount solution. It's integrated to your cockpit. So actually, let's take this pinky pick just because Sean loves it.
I do.
So
it's customization.
Yeah. So, customization, brother. So we have the crossbar, which goes through from left to right, and then you mount. Here's the single monitor mount, basically. So you got this custom aluminum base, and you got two types of side arms. So if you wanna, let's take a wider view. So if you wanna put your monitor behind your wheelbase, you wanna use the shorter arms. and then you have quite a lot of adjustability on it. So you have slots over here, you got slots over there where you can just back and forth and do the fine tuning. Or if you wanna use your monitors, let's say like I do at the moment, so you wanna use it in front of your wheelbase.
Right.
So then you will use the long side arms, like in here.
That's such
So
a nice setup.
and that's included in the package. So you can basically choose whichever way you want, and it takes about, especially on a single monitor side, it takes 15-20 minutes to swap it over. It's not a big deal. So you're flexible on doing stuff, because sometimes you feel like, okay, I want it to be a real close, and then the other in January, or you have such a bad hangover, you want, okay, I'm gonna put it a bit more backwards and stuff like that. So.
You know what? I see one problem. I do see one big problem, Ollie. You've made your rig so awesome for you that when the next time you're in a real esports scenario, you're gonna be like, "What's this place-eating friggin' stupid wheel?" Yeah. Right?
Yeah. That's why we're trying to grow to offer this awesomeness in all the esports scene. Hopefully someday. Hashtag soon.
Yeah, well, I can see the huge advantage to them. Again, you don't have to go buy some elaborate $10,000 rig to get your branding. Again, I've worked a lot of these shows. I've seen a lot of these rigs up on stage. I know what they're trying to do. It's marketing, right?
Yeah.
It's just such an easy option without, again, I've seen really elaborate setups put in those scenarios where it was like, wow, they paid a fortune for that one-of-a-kind rig. And that's cool, but you could have gotten just as the same exposure.
A couple €100 and you have everything custom on your own brand, or you got McLaren versus Ferrari versus Mercedes versus everybody, and then people can buy their own Mercedes liveries and McLaren livery, and it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't cost you $1 billion. $1 billion.
$1 billion. Awesome. Is there anything that we didn't cover? I thought we got through it pretty well, Ollie.
I like you, man. I think you're such a good guy. I mean, I would be surprised if we didn't.
I think we did all right. You and I have always gotten along well and had fun with our various different moments over the years, and it's always, like I say, you're one of my favorite people in sim racing, because again, sim racing can be stuffy. When you get to the competitive side, everyone's, and you put in your favorite.
Everything's in their own holes and making their own thing.
Yeah, but you've always been sort of the outside factor of somebody who. I guess it always comes down to this: the people that you'd want to just hang out and have a beer with, right? I mean, that's a bottom line. That's why I sim race. I'm just here hanging with my friends. So when I get to hang out with someone like you, it always gives me a huge smile, because it's like, oh yes, back to the normal of people I want to be with, and just testosterone-filled, uptight world. So
200%, man. It's always. I mean, I was actually. I think it was last year. I really genuinely missed you, man. I mean, it's I remember first time we physically met in 2017 in Vegas. I was so happy to see you, and we've been in the scene for a long time, and it's so awesome to be with you. So kudos to all the Sean fans out there and Simpit fans, and this guy is freaking amazing. I respect all the way.
Much. Awesome, and thank you for coming on the show, showing off OverPower. I'm blown away. You guys, I think people are going to take some notice. I think you're going to change some people. You always see trends in sim racing, and we've seen certain trends over the last few years. And I think you guys are on to something. And, I hope you can get out there real big before people start copying you left and right. That's my fear. I look at this, I'm like, oh gosh, that's such a brilliant design. Yes. Anyway, all right, Ollie. Thank you very, very much. You and I will talk about maybe getting one here on the show and showing it off to the world. And, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and taking us through the lineup and showing us all the features and taking us in to the scene there at OverPower.
We're going in. Thank you very much for having us. It was a true pleasure.
Likewise, likewise. So that's going to do it for this one, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the always entertaining Olli Pahkala. I hope you enjoyed OverPower and their new take on sim chassis. Just breaking out of that normal box and doing something unique, different, and special. But that's going to do it for this one. Get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.